Hi, I'm Jasmine, and this is my channel, The Curious White Coat. I'm just weeks away from graduating with my degree to become a medical doctor, and I use this channel to share my experiences and what I've learned along the way. For this video, I'm going to be explaining a process that I feel doesn't really get talked about very much in medical school, and that is the Supplemental Offer and Acceptance Program. The Supplemental Offer and Acceptance Program is called the SOAP for short. The purpose of the SOAP is to fill all of the remaining residency positions that remain unfilled after the main matching algorithm has completed. So this all goes down in the week leading up to match day, but I feel like it makes more sense if I go back a couple of months prior to explain the process. There are quite a few details that go into this process, and even though I've lived through most of the residency application process, I still have my notes off to the side because I want to make sure I don't forget anything or steer y'all wrong. So those are over there, but let's go to the beginning of this. So usually in the final year of medical school, you're going to start applying to residency programs. And most of the time you're going to do this through the AAMC's Electronic Residency Application Service, or ERAS, because that's what most residency programs use. There are some that don't, just keep that in mind. But that takes place in September. Then once the applications are sent out, you're going to wait to hear back about different interview offers and go on interviews. During the interview season, the National Residency Matching Program, or the NRMP, is going to send you an invitation to join their R3 system. R3 stands for Registration, Ranking, and Results. Once interview season concludes, you're going to log into the NRMP's R3 system, and you're going to use it to complete your preference list or your rank order list. Residency programs also do this same sort of list for people that they want to go to their residency program. All of these lists are due at the beginning of March, and then the NRMP has this algorithm that calculates all of the different possibilities between these lists, and it takes about 2 weeks for it to come up with the results. Monday of match week is when everyone gets back their status as far as their matching results. So you can have different possibilities. You can be matched, you can be partially unmatched, or you can be completely unmatched. Unfortunately, there are people who are not going to match into any programs, and there are going to be residency programs that have unfilled positions. So what happens if you don't match? This is where the SOAP is going to come in. At the beginning of match week, on that Monday where everyone is receiving their match status, if you are either partially or completely unmatched, you're going to receive a notification about entering the SOAP if you are eligible. Again, I just want to emphasize that the purpose of the SOAP is to fill unfilled residency program positions. So this time it's going to favor what the residency programs want compared to the main match where the algorithm tried to favor the applicant's choices. If you are SOAP eligible, you're going to get access to the NRMP's list of unfilled residency programs in the R3 system that morning. The next couple of steps can vary based on what your school's specific SOAP process entails, but this is the general flow of the process. So later that morning, the AAMC is going to open up My ERAS so that anyone who is applying through the SOAP is going to be able to go in and start preparing their applications. This year, you can apply to a total of 45 programs. That I don't know if that number changes year to year, but I do know that for the 2021 to 2022 cycle, it's 45 programs. So you start applying, but you're not allowed to contact anyone unless they contact you first. On Tuesday morning of match week, program directors are going to be able to go into the R3 system, start reviewing all of the different SOAP applications, and contacting any of the applicants that they want. They also will be able to start creating their preference lists. And remember, since this process is going to favor the residency programs, the programs are creating preference lists, but SOAP applicants do not do that this time. Wednesday is for interviews. Residency programs are going to finish creating and certifying their SOAP preference lists in the R3 system. Where and how these interviews take place is going to depend on you and your school, which might be representing you in this process. Some schools have areas set up either on or off campus where you can conduct your interviews, and then you'll have people kind of on standby for you to help you navigate the process and to strategize. Thursday, the day before match day, is where all of the SOAP rounds are going to take place. Remember that the SOAP stands for Supplemental Offer and Acceptance Program. There are going to be 4 rounds where you are going to either possibly receive offers for residency positions, and then you choose whether or not to accept them. I'm going to put the schedule for the 2022 SOAP process on the screen. Just to note that all of these times are in the Eastern time zone for the United States, and that because this is the 2022 schedule, if you're watching this at any point after that year, the schedule might change. SOAP rounds are going to take place in the R3 system. Each round is 2 hours long and begins with programs being able to certify their preference list for that round. Then applicants are going to be able to log into the R3 system and see if you've received any offers. You can choose to either accept an offer, reject an offer, or let an offer expire and do nothing with it for that round. If you choose to accept an offer, the NRMP is going to automatically reject all offers of that same type. So let's say if you had a prelim position that you were extended and you said, I want that, and you accepted it, all other preliminary position offers are going to be rejected and put in the rejected offers tab. If you have an offer and you decline it, it will go into the rejected offers tab. If you have an offer and you choose not to do anything with it, maybe you want to wait to see what happens in the next round, that offer will go into the expired tab once the 2-hour deadline is complete. Any offer that's in the expired or the rejected tab will not be extended to you in future rounds, so be 100% sure with the decisions that you're making in this process. At the end of every round, there's going to be an updated match results given to applicants, and there's actually a SOAP schools report that's being generated in real time so that medical schools can track their students and graduates. In between each round of SOAP, there's going to be a break, so you can regroup and come up with your game plan for the next round while programs are modifying their preference lists. Then a new round begins and the whole process repeats itself. Programs certify their preference list. Applicants log into the R3 system. You can see if you have any offers. In that 2-hour period, you have to accept or reject offers. At the end of all 4 SOAP rounds, programs are going to update their number of remaining unfilled positions on the NRMP's list of unfilled programs document. From then on, all applicants that are unmatched, either partially or completely, are going to be able to log into the R3 system and view that document, and they can begin contacting programs. The next day is match day. At 12 p.m. Eastern Time that Friday, all applicants are going to be able to view their match results. It is possible not to receive any offers during the rounds of SOAP, in which case you will go unmatched after the SOAP process is complete. There is still the option to contact those programs on the unfilled positions list, or you can choose to go unmatched for this residency application cycle and apply again in the next one. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of a stigma around having to go through the SOAP process. Having to go through the SOAP does not mean that you're a bad student. It doesn't mean that you are never going to become a doctor or that you're not worthy of your degree. Everyone wants to see those magical words on March 14th that say you've matched. This is my first time going through the match process, and I can't predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen on that Monday. But I hope that I can help to alleviate the stress of that process by going through the steps for you. I think it does people a disservice when we don't talk about all of our options to help us get into a residency program. If you can help someone going through the SOAP process in any way, try to do that. Scour through Frida and find a resident to help them find unfilled positions and maybe research them and give them details so they don't have to do it all on their own. If you have some free time on that Wednesday or Thursday, you can be on standby to run errands or deliver food or treats or something on that day. If you're able, you can help read over their personal statement or application before it's time to turn it in. And you can help them make connections and network throughout the process. I will have another video coming out, which is kind of like the second part to this video. I'm going to go through some frequently asked questions about the SOAP process and also give you some things that you should know going into it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share, because no one should have to go through the SOAP process alone, and knowledge is power. Subscribe to my channel, The Curious White Coat, so that you can keep up with all of my latest videos and learn more about the process of becoming a doctor and see some of my medical student experiences. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.